Today we're going to go through the better.com website experience. We're going to let you see that in the desktop and also the mobile version. We're going to focus on their lead workflow process. So what does it look like when you hit their site? What are they asking the lead to do? So you can be informed of that. We're going to look at how they display rates, rate tables, specific rate scenarios, and we're also going to take a look at their mortgage calculators and their reviews components. So how do they present reviews to their leads to build trust? So let's take a look at those four things. So the one thing that stands out is how clean the website is. They have a new branding colors. They recently changed, maybe in the last couple of months, to this dark green, and the navigation is very clean. It's not jumbled up. They're not showing 15 different things up here. They also do not have an apply now button. They have a get started button, but it is not the full application. It's more of a soft play. They're not asking you right out of the gate, hey, set up a username and password. That is where leads go to die. And they've learned that through the hundreds of millions of dollars that they've spent acquiring leads, that the best way to do it is to use some sort of a workflow form. Maybe you ask for social at a certain point, date of birth, soft credit pull, but getting people through a workflow versus set up a username and password right now. But let's take a look at the site. Again, very clean, clear call to action. Hey, what are they here to do? They're here to save you thousands of dollars. They're using a workflow type of experience. They want to say, are you buying? Are you refinancing? What's your zip code? Then you can go through, either see rates or go through the workflow. As you scroll down past the fold, so again, right past the fold, you've got rates. So here are our most popular rates: 30, 20, 15-year fixed. Here's where we are today. You can have a call to action here that says get your personalized rates. But the one thing you don't see is a lot of images. It's very clean. There's not any images at all on their homepage. Scrolling down, some benefits. They have the benefits here. There's nothing sophisticated, super sophisticated about their homepage. They probably spent a ton of time on it, but it's an easy thing to implement. It's an easy strategy to get your head around. Calculators is another thing that they have on their website. The number one Google search term is mortgage calculator. So when we look at websites, we look at hundreds of websites, mortgage websites. Mortgage calculators on these sites, they're out of date. They're not modern. They're not mobile first. They're too complicated to use. Simplify your calculators. And that's a big reason why people come back to your website, is for educational purposes. Giving them a reason to come back is what we have learned that displaying rates helps you do. Is when someone is shopping you, which they will do, they're not just going to go to one lender and say, okay, great. They're going to go to you, and they're going to go to 2, 3, 4, 5 other ones. And they're going to, if you don't display rates, they're going to go to the lender that does, and that's who they're going to work with. If you do display rates, you can be competitive, and then you can pick up more leads than you lose by displaying rates. If that wasn't the case, better.com would not do that. Quicken Loans would not do that. Bank of America, Wells Fargo, they would just not display rates. But they know that if they display rates, that's what the consumer wants, and they're going to pick up more people than they lose. So let's take a look here at the homepage. You've got your zip code in there, and then see today's rates. Let's see what happens. Takes you through a workflow process. So where in the process are you? It asks you a series of questions. You go through here, and you can start to go through the workflow. We've got a couple more questions. Click on next, add in your email address, continue, and you can go through a soft credit check. So that's the stopping point. So they're asking you, okay, you've committed 8 or 10 questions to us. Now, if you want to see more, provide us your first name, last name, phone, email, social, and we'll go ahead and give you a soft credit pull. And we can then provide you a very, very accurate interest rate based on what you have input. So that's where we see in our workflow, when we ask the contact information questions, that's where you see the big drop off. So you've got to build a lot of value before that to get people to convert through a workflow. And usually the value benefit is, hey, why do they want to work with you? You know, we've funded 25 billion loans. We've got all these people backing us. Maybe you throw some reviews in here. What's the reason why people want to use your company for their mortgage? And you would add those benefits here. The other thing is showing rates up front. They will know what they're going to get when they go through this form. If you have an experience on your website that looks similar to this, and then they click next and you do not show rates, it's very frustrating to the consumer. You say, hey, we're going to give you a rate quote, go through here. And then they submit their information, and the thank you page says, hey, we'll call you in a day, or the next available professional will give you a call. They want to see rates, they want to see fees, they want to see transparency. So make sure your experience has not only, you know, asking for information, but give them something in return. Hey, here, we're going to give you a credit report. We're going to pull your credit. Maybe that's a big enough benefit for some people. The other thing that this page does is it's more of a landing page. It doesn't really let you go back to the website. They have a exit pop-up, which is very nice. So you can try to grab a few of the extra leads there, talk to us, or continue. We're going to go back to the homepage. So we're going to type in better.com. And the first thing you see is they remember you. So they realize that we just were there. Do you want to pick up where you left off? That is an optimal experience. That's the kind of experience that you want to provide to your lead traffic. No different than when you go and to view a flight on Google, you go back 2 days later, Google knows you were there, and they can serve up the flight that you were looking at, most interested in, so that you don't have to input those same parameters. If you don't have this experience and someone comes back to your site and they got to start all over again, that is an indication to them that you are not a technical company and you're not tech forward. You need to think about having some of those pieces built into your website experience where you learn from the consumer, hey, we know you were here, here's where you left off, how can we help you get going faster? So we went through this experience. That was the today's rates. Let's scroll down the page a little bit and see here are the personalized rates, here are their popular rates. We're going to click on get personalized rates. That drives people to the rate table. So we're showing rates. The call to action takes you to a rate table. That makes a lot of sense. This is a fantastic design, very simple, clean, elegant design rate table. It works very well in desktop and mobile as well. They've got a lot more options than they used to have 3 or 4 months ago. So all of your fixed rates, a couple of ARMs, FHA products. They've got your fees that are broken out here. You can click into the specific title of the loan, 30-year fixed, and then you can see the options that they have available. You can jump over here, change your credit score, click on get rates, and it will update. So all of this is live rates. This is keeping people on your website. Always a good thing. Giving reasons for people to come back to your website. Hey, maybe you don't get them today, and a lot of people aren't ready to move forward at this moment, but maybe they come back tomorrow. Maybe they come back the next day. That's the most important thing, is you give people a reason to come back to your site. And if you don't show rates, there is no reason to come back. So that's their rate table. They've add extra details so you can drill into residency types. Very easy to use. Here, you've got a toggle for purchase and refinance. So you can switch it over to refinance and it will serve up those rates here, extra details, and they've got your cash out option as well. So you can throw that in there and get accurate rate quotes based on cash out. So this experience was from this section of their homepage. Again, showing rates on one side, call to action is get personalized rates, and it takes you to the rate table. That makes a lot of sense, something that you can implement on your website as well. And we'll keep moving down the page here, getting pre-approved. They've got what you need to know, a couple of benefits here. And if you click on the get pre-approved, all right, we're going to go through first, are you buying, are you refinancing? You can see rates, and they're driving you through that lead workflow. So it's a lot of different ways to get people started with your brand without having to make a full application. So this would be more of a workflow experience. And there you go. You've got another different type of exit pop-up that they're asking you for as you try to leave the page. So we're going to go back to the home page. So we've reviewed this section here. We've reviewed the rates section here of the home page. You've got your get pre-approved. So another route that we just reviewed, but taking people through the lead workflow again. And then you've got your calculators. So different types of calculators that you can use. So home affordability calculator gives you a little blurb about it, how to use it, add in your assets. So we can put in 300,000. Say our annual income is 150,000, credit score is 741, and our zip code is 30331. And you can figure out, well, where are you on a scale of affordability? Here is the home price, here's the interest rate, here is the monthly payment, and includes an estimate for your taxes and insurance and all that information there. And again, the call to action is, hey, let's get you pre-approved. So that's the home affordability calculator. We've got a refinance calculator. So we'll jump in here, how our refinance, take a moment to go to better.com tools, and you can, again, plug in your information here and check it out for that. So we'll do home balance of say 400,000. Your new rate, there's your rate. Your new rate is, let's say 2.5%. Cost of refinance is 4,000, and it will take you through your break-even point based on cost. So that's a pretty interesting calculator, and your amortization calculator, as well as paying closing cost or not paying closing costs. So they've got a couple different tools for calculators for you to take a look at as well. The other section is on their site is reviews. So you want to look at publishing your reviews on your website, making it very clear how somebody can find reviews on your website. Don't bury them in some page. Don't spend time not. So here we are. The next thing would be reviews. The reviews section is obviously very important. They support Google reviews and Bankrate reviews. It's probably one of the top 3 or 4 things that you got to have on your website, or reasons for people. Why do they want to do business with you? What are other people's experiences like? That should be all over your website. Designed well. It's very clean design. So you can jump in here and see what kind of experience that you're going to have with this group. You've got maybe some awards that you've won in your local markets or nationally or regionally. You can put that into your reviews as well. We support Google reviews, and we support Zillow reviews. Bankrate reviews are hard to get, but there's lots of different Google or Zillow or other aggregators, Facebook, that you can use for your reviews. And there are specific services that aggregate your reviews for you, and they can give you an embedded tool that you can place inside of your website as well. So we've looked at, to review, we've looked at the homepage here. We've looked at get personalized rates. This takes you to the rate table. This takes you through the lead workflow, get pre-approved. And this section here obviously takes you to the calculator section. So when you're designing your website or you're looking at your own website, those would be the things that you would want to do. Hey, make it easy to get going. Show rates, give them rates. Your lead workflow should, if they're going through steps and you're asking them questions, then you should present rates to them at the end that are relevant to their questions. Getting pre-approved, having your calculators. We've got under the About Us section, you've got your reviews. And then we've also have view rates. That's the reason people come to your website. Purchase, refinance. So review rates here in the header, click on purchase, and it takes you back to the rate table. So same experience, fantastic rate table. They do a great job with that. And you've got your purchase and refinance here for your rate table. Those would be the points that we would want to cover here. Again, they pick up where they understand who you are. They know that you visited the website, and you can continue and pick up where you left off, or you can say not right now and kind of just keep exploring the site. So now we're going to look at quickly look here. So now we're going to look at better.com on mobile. This is their homepage here in mobile. Obviously, that's the thing that you want to make sure that your website is mobile first, mobile friendly. When people are viewing it on your website, or excuse me, on their phone, that it's usable. Same thing. So if we go back to the desktop experience and we compare the desktop experience here, so you can see here's the desktop experience, here is the mobile experience, and you've got the home buying, home refinance, everything looks great. You've got your personalized rates, get your personalized rates call to action with the rate display there. And you've got, you can go through the workflow here. So let's see today's rates. And it takes you through that same workflow experience in a mobile format. So looks terrific. It's worth it to invest in making sure that all of your features that you offer on your website are mobile first. So there's the experience on the lead workflow. Let's hop in here real quick and go back. And again, they remember who you are. There's the pop-up. And we're going to go down to the rates section here. Here are the rates. We're going to click on get personalized rates. And it takes you to the rate comparison table. So this is the mobile version of the rate comparison table. And a lot of exactly the same features. Now, this is a new A/B testing. It looks like that they've done is they're going to limit the number of views that you receive, that you get on the rate table. So let's say we change this to 200,000. Then you click on get rates. It will process the rates there. And then it's saying, oh, you only have 2 rate views left. So that's a great feature, interesting feature that that allows you to limit the number of times that they view it. And then maybe there's a call to action to say, hey, set up a subscription, enroll in our dashboard, get started with the loan, those types of things. So good feature. The rate table looks awesome on mobile. Let's hop in here and take a look at what the reviews look like on mobile. So we click on reviews, and you can see the formatting for the reviews here is very clean, easy to read. It all looks fantastic in mobile. So that's our review of the better.com website, and hope you have some takeaways from it. The keys that we found are, hey, display rates for sure. Lead workflows, you got to have them. Wouldn't ask for socials and date of birth. I would ask for first name, last name, email, show rates on a rate table format. It gives a reason for people to come back to your website. So that's our wrap up for better.com, and we will be reviewing other websites here in the near future.